Well, welcome back to the Timeline Ranch. It's a beautiful afternoon. Let's talk about off-grid energy. So currently, and for the past decade or so, we've had this little setup here. I've got one 400 watt AirX wind turbine, 12 volt, and 1800 watt solar panels configured in parallel on a 12 volt system. And it's a little inexpensive 5,000 watt sine wave inverter and a very small battery bank. It's served its purpose over the years, but getting to the point that I'm out here more often with the family, so I decided to bite the bullet and buy the permanent setup here at the ranch for this building anyway. Wind turbine's up there earning its money. So are the solar panels. So on the south facing side of the building, I'm going to have a 6 kilowatt solar array, photovoltaic array, and it'll be wired in series, multiple series going into combiner box and then down to charge controller. So over here on the wheel top, we've got some of the components laid out. So I didn't go with Victron batteries because the cost of them, I can't afford it. So for the cost of 2 Victron batteries, I can buy 16 Mars Energy batteries. These are 200 amp hour, 12.8 volt lithium iron phosphate. So these will be configured in a 48 volt system. It'll be 4 in parallel, 4 in series runs. Out of the battery, it'll come to this shunt Lynx distributor. That's capable of 1000 amps. It feeds into this Lynx distributor, which is basically a fuse holder. It keeps everything organized nicely for the system. They communicate, the shunt will communicate from the fuses to let you know if there's an issue with the fuses through the system. Everything's interconnectable. That's what I like about Victron. Plus its reliability. It just has an outstanding reliability. So as far as charge controllers, I went with the MPPT 150 volt 70 amp. I've got 2 of these because it's going to be a 6 kilowatt system. There's a few simple things to go over here. A battery connection, your photovoltaic panel connections. This is your battery type setting. You can also set this battery type in the controls. You have a VE direct cable, which that's a Victron produced cable. You have to get it through Victron. It also gives you some features for control. This charge controller can turn on lights, turn off lights. There's a few other functions it can do. We'll get into that a little later. So there'll be 2 of those. And then we've got our inverter. This is a 5,000 watt, 48 volt, 70 amp Quattro. The Quattro gives you, it's a charger and an inverter, so it's all built together in one. There's a lot of options you can do with this thing. It gives you a lot of control. These are not programmable through your smart controller though, so you'll have to buy an interface. It's an MK3 USB-C or USB-A, depending on which type of connection is going to work best for you. And this, you'll have to get an RJ45 UTP cable to connect it inside here. They all have 2 communication ports. You'll plug it into here with both your inverters connected, and you'll have to attach it to either a tablet or a laptop or computer, something to communicate and be online with to program these. I've got 2 of these inverters. They're going to be programmed for a split phase configuration. They come pre-wired from the factory or pre-programmed as a standalone unit. So if you're wanting to use them on a 240 volt US type standard, you're going to have to get in and program it yourself, which is where that MK3 USB adapter is going to come in handy for you. So I've also purchased this VE Bus Smart dongle. What this allows you to do is communicate directly with the inverter through your phone or smart tablet. We'll go over a few features inside this thing while I've got it open. So you've got 2 AC power lines. One is going to be primarily used when you have shore power connected to the system or a generator. The other is going to be just in the inverter mode. This is your DC power coming into the unit here. It's got two connections. I'm using one negative, one positive to power the Bluetooth dongle. And then this would be your shore power coming in. So your generator or land power coming in. So to make all these devices communicate, which is one thing I really like about the Victron system, they offer a few different options. This is the Serbo GX MK2. So there's a updated version in 2023, 2024 that changed a few features on this. Before, this first USB connection was only good to power your GX Touch 70 or 50 touchscreens, so you can visually see what this is doing without a smart tablet or something to connect to it. They updated that. They made all these ports here fully functional, and they didn't used to be. This used to just be for battery monitoring, and this USB used to just be for power for the touch screen. This thing's got all kinds of ports for pretty much anything you'd ever want to hook to it. This HDMI and one of these ports is used to power the touch screen. This is the GX Touch 70. It's the larger of the two. That's what that HDMI connection there. And the USB is going to plug in here, the HDMI, and then USB here. These are primarily for battery management systems, BMS. This is going to be for devices other than the inverters or charge controllers. Inverters, charge controllers are these two. These would be like to connect to your link shunt. It'll come out of there and connect from right here into here. And these are open in, so you're going to need to put a termination plug in there. That's what these come with the Serbo GX. And you'll just plug, that's a standard RJ45 connection. These are the VE Direct cables. This is from Victron only. I don't have one of those cables out here currently, but it connects to, say, your charge controller or a DC to DC controller. So you've got 3 ports of that. This is going to be your Ethernet connection. So this is just a standard RJ45 UTP cable. This will be the same type of cable, but these are communicating just to your inverters and charge controllers. And these are closed in, so you don't have to terminate them. So it also has here on the bottom more options. You have tank sensors, temperature sensors, digital inputs. You got your relays. You can control all types of other things through this. And this whole system can be controlled as long as you have internet connection anywhere in the world through VRM, Victron Remote Monitoring, which is another function I really like. Later on at the ranch, I'm going to get Starlink, so I'll have connectability to everything that's going on in the building when I'm not here. I'll be able to turn on inverters, turn off charge controllers, change any settings for the most part that I want through this little device. It makes it all possible. There's also Wi-Fi built into this unit and Bluetooth built into it. Any of these that have the little Bluetooth icon, you can connect to them. Well, that's a quick overview. I'm going to start working on putting my 200 amp panel in currently. I'm not going to get as much done as I wanted to on this system this trip. I get to be dad and mom on this trip. My wife wasn't able to come, so it's been a bit of a challenge to keep them happy and keep moving forward on my projects. I was really hoping to get this solar array up and the whole system installed. I think I'm just going to be able to get the battery bank configured and it, roughly running with no solar input currently. I may temporarily rewire some of these solar banks over here, the PV banks, to go into this one just to charge the battery bank. We'll see. Anyway, this is a little introduction to what I'll be doing here at the ranch. I'm not going to get to it this trip, but I will be getting to it. Well, there'll be plenty to cover in this renewable energy aspect of the ranch. I'll cover each device in more detail as I go through the system. If you like what I'm doing out here, you want to help speed this project up, there's a few ways to do that in the description. Buy Me Coffee is one. There's also Amazon. Every little bit will get me closer to being out here full time, make this project go a lot faster. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.